Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today to preview the month of October, as well as what's potentially coming up in terms of for Marvel Strike Force, especially since we haven't gotten the previews for 2024 and 2025. This video is meant to capture that, as well as what you can look forward to in the coming months, especially now that we've had the new raid teams coming to the game, being obviously Orcus and Night Stalkers. We can really take a look at what's going to be down the pipeline for those of you wanting to see what's around the corner for Marvel Strike Force. So without further ado, you can see this is the preview for the month of October, right? Typically they give us these nice little infographics, so that way we can kind of take a sneak peek in terms of what's coming up. As well, we can also speculate the potential characters or even teams are coming. But unfortunately, they have done a pretty good job now kind of hiding this. But the one interesting thing with this one is near the end of the month, there is going to be this zombie invasion event. Could this be the addition of a third character here finally for the third annual character being added here for the Undying team next to Hela and obviously Zombie, Iron Man, Jugs, and so forth? So that'd be really, really cool. But as far as I can tell, then everything else is pretty straightforward and consistent what we would understand from the Night Stalker teams, especially with the vampiric theme that we see here, especially at the very end here being overwhelming hunger. So do let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you think there's going to be another zombie character coming. It seems like the potential is there, but we won't know because some of these names can be misleading as well, and it can also be tied back to some of the other characters for Night Stalkers. I also want to talk about real quickly, guys. This is a big one. Siege Battleworld was previously teased to be coming out in the fourth quarter for Marvel Strike Force, and we are now in that period, right? October, November, December. We saw some data mines here that there's actually offers coming out for this game mode in the next couple of weeks. So this release event could be coming very, very soon. And as you see on screen here, when this was first teased, it's Blade against Knull. And we know that Knull is going to be the big bad boss for this game mode. So that also means that there's probably going to be some new teams coming up to actually get featured in Siege Battleworld, where they're going to be performing much better. And these are obviously opportunities for Scopely and Marvel Strike Force to make a bit more revenue, to feature another team in a new game mode going forward into this game. I also want to segue here a bit, guys, because it's also been speculated the next legendary to be Shadow King. He's going to be part of this new villain mutant team. And remember, this next legendary is going to require both Illuminati and Annihilator characters. So the more stars that you have of them built up, the easier it's going to be to not just go forward into the event, but as well unlocking ultimately higher star levels of the next legendary. So again, all but confirmed at this point. There's a lot of teasers and so forth, but there's a pretty strong suspicion that's going to be Shadow King. So hopefully our findings are correct, and as well as what everyone has been rumored and obviously data mined in terms of some of the showcase teasers. And next up, guys, I just wanted to bring this to your attention because this is definitely something that we lose sight of when there's just so much ongoing activities in terms of the monthly events. Obviously, we're trucking through Dark Dimension 8, trying to aim for maximizing as much purple isolate ions. But remember, these raid teams are always on short rotation, right? We previously got Orcus as the tech team getting added. Most recently, Night Stalkers is currently in the release right now. So we know that, the next few teams that are going to be on the way out is going to be the Mutants, Bio, as well as Skill, Spire Society being one of the newest teams here, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how this kind of aligns. What's more interesting, too, is because we're wrapping up the year here pretty soon, and we know that Professor Xavier is also a mutant character, and he's going to be likely part of the next Dark Dimension. The timing is interesting. With a new mutant team coming, could there be some potential synergies with Xavier? Could there be a massive X-Men rework? That's what I'm hoping for. That'd be really, really exciting to see. But otherwise, the good news is that Hive Mind being part of Bio, Spire Society, they still have quite a bit of value right now. So, they're still a great team to invest in. Extreme X-Men is the one I would, caution a little bit on. But overall, it doesn't seem like there's any new raids coming around the corner. But it's just one of those things that you need to be mindful of. Extreme X-Men still very, very solid right now for the foreseeable future. And especially with Orcus raids being newer, I don't see their shelf life leaving, but they're going to be the next team that we want to focus in on in terms of considering, depending on what happens in the upcoming months here with the news updates and releases. And having said that reference there, this infographic is unfortunately dated due to the fact that it was originally I thought we were going to see 3 legendary characters before Professor Xavier joined, but in this case, Odin was not actually a legendary and instead featured in Dark Dimension 8. So now, I'm not really sure how this is going to look, but I think Xavier is still going to be speculated as the potential future Dark Dimension 9 release character. Typically, we get some sort of announcement in the final quarter of the year, and then that signals to the following year what to look forward to. So if the path holds true, we should see Dark Dimension 9 actually announced next March or next April. So something to be mindful of. They made the Xavier announcement earlier this year, but it's been more than enough time. And again, this kind of ties back to Shadow King as well, because there's been references of how he's actually tapped into and altered some of Charles Xavier to explain why he's not in the game and his disappearance. But again, all part of the lore and the tease showcase. So hopefully that comes true. It'll be really, really cool to see that to all tie together. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Sorry, that's just an extra slide. That's it for now, guys. Dark Dimension 9 around the corner. Be on the lookout for the next few raid teams here. That's likely going to rotate over. And as well, like I said before, next legendary in Shadow King. Definitely want to, regardless of who it is, you want to be building up and making sure that your Illuminati and Annihilator characters are ready to go, as well as for Siege Battleworld prep. So hopefully this is helpful, guys. This is always great to kind of preview because lots of things to be looking forward to, despite all the the misconception with the free-to-play release method right now. The good news is that there's tons and tons of new stuff happening here. It's pretty exciting to be a Marvel Strike Force player right now, even if you're free-to-play or light spending. I mean, there's just tons to look forward to, and I'm definitely hoping to take advantage of that. So stay tuned, guys. Lots coming up for sure. And as always, I'll keep you guys up to date with as much information as I'm aware of as well. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.